When you think of absolute dominance in the skies, one name stands above the rest. In 1927, the aviation world was obsessed with canvas biplanes. Then came the Lockheed Vega. Designed by John Northrop, it featured a molded plywood monocoque fuselage, giving it a sleek, aerodynamic profile that was alien for its time. Powered by a Pratt & Whitney Wasp radial engine, this high-wing monoplane could hit a cruise speed of 150 miles per hour. The Vega wasn't just a passenger plane. It was the ultimate record breaker. Amelia Earhart flew a Vega to become the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic in 1932. The aircraft established Lockheed's reputation for incredible speed, proving that aerodynamic purity was the future. But while the Vega conquered the civilian world, global conflict was gathering. Lockheed needed a fighter, and what they built next would terrorize the Axis powers. First flying in 1939, the P-38 Lightning was unlike anything the United States had ever seen. Designed by Kelly Johnson, it featured a radical twin-boom design with a central nacelle for the pilot. Powered by two turbocharged Allison engines, the P-38 could reach blistering speeds over 414 miles per hour. Packing four 50-caliber machine guns and a 20mm cannon entirely in the nose, it possessed devastating concentrated firepower. The Lightning served in every World War II theater, but became an absolute legend in the Pacific, where its long range dominated the skies. German pilots notoriously nicknamed it the fork-tailed devil. Over 10,000 were produced. The P-38 proved Lockheed could build elite combat aircraft. Yet, as propellers reached their physical limits, a new propulsion technology was about to arrive. The P-80 Shooting Star flew in early 1944. It was the first operational jet fighter of the United States military. Powered by a single turbojet, the P-80 featured a straight-wing design and could reach 600 miles per hour. While arriving too late for World War II, it proved its mettle during the Korean War. In 1950, a P-80 achieved the first victorious jet-versus-jet kill in history. Though quickly outclassed by swept-wing fighters, the P-80 ushered America into the jet age. But Lockheed was about to redefine global logistics with a transport plane that refuses to retire. In 1954, Lockheed introduced a workhorse that became the backbone of global military airlift, the C-130 Hercules. Designed for a requirement to operate from unpaved airstrips, the Hercules is a masterclass in pragmatic engineering. Powered by four turboprop engines, the C-130 features a distinctive rear loading ramp and carries up to 42,000 pounds of cargo. What makes the Hercules legendary is its adaptability. It has been modified into lethal gunships, aerial refuelers, search and rescue platforms, and electronic warfare aircraft. With over 2,500 units built, the C-130 is the longest continuously produced military aircraft in history. Its rugged reliability ensures it will keep flying for decades to come. While the Hercules ruled the low altitudes, Lockheed was simultaneously developing an aircraft designed to fly higher than any interceptor. At the height of the Cold War in 1955, intelligence agencies needed eyes deep inside the Soviet Union. Skunk Works delivered the U-2 Dragon Lady. Essentially a jet-powered glider, its 80-foot wings generate massive lift in the thin stratosphere. Operating at over 70,000 feet, pilots must wear pressurized spacesuits to survive. Its camera payloads captured high-resolution imagery of enemy sites beyond the reach of early surface-to-air missiles. Flying the U-2 is notoriously dangerous. At operational altitude, the margin between stall speed and structural limit is just a few miles per hour. The infamous coffin corner. The aircraft became world-famous in 1960 when Gary Powers was shot down. Despite being 70 years old, heavily upgraded U-2s still fly classified missions today. But Lockheed was about to engineer something completely untouchable. If one aircraft defines the pinnacle of Lockheed's engineering, it is the SR-71 Blackbird. Taking flight in 1964, it was designed to simply outrun anything fired at it. Built from titanium to withstand the kinetic friction of hypersonic flight, the SR-71 skin reached temperatures exceeding 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Powered by two continuous bleed afterburning turbojets, the Blackbird cruised at Mach 3.2, over 2,200 miles per hour, at 85,000 feet. Its standard evasive maneuver for an incoming missile was simply to accelerate. Over 4,000 missiles were fired at Blackbirds during its operational history. None ever hit their mark. The SR-71 remains the fastest air-breathing manned aircraft ever built. But while Skunk Works dominated the stratosphere, Lockheed's transport division was working on a colossal strategic giant. In 1968, the C-5 Galaxy took off for the first time. This is a strategic airlifter of unfathomable proportions, designed to carry outsized cargo that no other aircraft could fit. With a wingspan of 222 feet, it is one of the largest military aircraft in the world. Powered by four massive turbofan engines, the modern C-5M Super Galaxy carries up to 281,000 pounds of cargo. It features a unique nose-loading door that lifts entirely out of the way, allowing main battle tanks and Apache helicopters to drive straight onto the deck. The Galaxy allows the military to deliver an overwhelming fighting force anywhere on the globe in hours. While the C-5 relied on immense size, Lockheed's next revolutionary project relied on complete invisibility. In 1981, Lockheed introduced an aircraft that defied logic. The F-117 Nighthawk was the world's first operational stealth aircraft. Utilizing faceted angular surfaces, it was meticulously designed to scatter radar waves, giving this attack aircraft the radar cross-section of a golf ball. Coated in radar-absorbent materials, the F-117 sacrificed aerodynamic performance for radar invisibility. Operating in absolute secrecy, it wasn't publicly unveiled until 1988. It completely devastated enemy air defenses during Operation Desert Storm in 1991, flying over 1,000 sorties without a single loss. The F-117 proved that stealth technology was a viable and highly lethal combat strategy, changing warfare forever. However, stealth alone wasn't enough. The air dominance of the future required invisibility, combined with unmatched speed and dogfighting agility. Following the 1995 merger of Lockheed and Martin Marietta, the newly formed Lockheed Martin delivered the world's first fifth-generation fighter in 1997. The F-22 Raptor is widely considered the most lethal air superiority fighter ever built. It combines advanced stealth shaping with twin engines featuring thrust vectoring nozzles, allowing it to perform gravity-defying maneuvers. The Raptor is capable of supercruise, flying at Mach 1.5 without fuel-guzzling afterburners. Its sensor fusion provides the pilot with an unprecedented God's-eye view of the battle space, designed to destroy adversaries long before they know they are being targeted. Congress actually banned the export of the F-22 to protect its classified technology. The Raptor proved America owned the skies, but the military needed a more versatile stealth platform for a new era. This brings us to the F-35 Lightning II, the most complex weapons system in military history. First flying in 2006, the F-35 is a family of all-weather stealth multi-role combat aircraft built in three variants. The F-35A operates conventionally, the F-35B features a lift fan for vertical landing from amphibious ships, and the F-35C is designed for traditional aircraft carriers. The true power of the F-35 isn't just stealth, it is a flying supercomputer. Its distributed aperture system projects real-time data directly onto the pilot's helmet visor, allowing them to look directly through the floor of the aircraft. By networking with allied forces, the F-35 acts as a quarterback in the sky. It represents the absolute cutting edge, securing Lockheed Martin's place at the pinnacle of defense technology.